So this is the first shot that we took for this project. So Gus, she was an incredible model that came once at my studio just by coincidence, accompanying another person. And we took some shots and I realized immediately that this was the thing that I wanted to do. So the exhibition is made in a way that should show you like the future layout of the book. So you have the Instagram photos that they took of themselves and my shots together. So, for example, this one and this one are particularly meaningful to me. They really show you my whole concept. So she was amazing in making all of this art just by the phone probably, and there is so much pop culture and new pop culture in what they do that I got completely struck by it. And this one, which I believe is how she wants to appear on social media, which not necessarily is how she wants to appear in real life, and how she is. Then you have this one. This one was also an incredible character, and I found this photo on, I think was social media or Facebook probably, and I asked if I could use it, and she immediately said yes. They are very, very good in showing very different sides of themselves, and they're not afraid. This was something that was surprising to me. So because they're not insecure, they're not showing any kinds of like walls, like you cannot do this, you cannot do that. Like every time I say, can I use this picture? They're very happy that someone will actually see it, because it's not like a statement. And nothing of this is a statement. These are just the pictures of the day. Tomorrow will be a different picture. And this concept, I think, is very important in today's society, how things are progressing, because it seems that everything that we do, it is a solid statement. It's written on a stone, but it's not like this. So today we are like this, tomorrow we are like this, and after tomorrow we are a different thing. Dennis over here, fantastic character. It reminds me of a very, classic Broadway star like John Travolta. It's incredible the amount of good shots that we did together in just one session. Very meaningful, and all of his Instagram work, it's fantastic. Then you can have another example here. So you can have like two close-ups, but are so different how they actually, the feelings that you have in between a more realistic work and a complete digital reality. So this book is going to be a mix of many different qualities. Not qualities in terms of meaning, but qualities in terms of rendering, in terms of this is how we can perceive our picture in photography today. We can have an Instagram photo, we can have a 50 megapixel photo, high resolution, and we have another one with a snapshot camera. So this is how we can be, and our perception, it changed a lot. With this Instagram shots, for example, you can really see how everything they have in their minds can be completely translated into something visual. So the COVID nurse, I find it fantastic. And all of this like 80s style, like postcard, it's really remarkable, because actually I don't think that she ever seen something from the 80s like this. So they recreated, taking things from the internet, probably randomly, and recreating something that probably they don't even know where to come from. And this is fantastic. And this is how she came in my studio, very regal, very, very serene, very calm person. Here you have another example. She have a whole storybook about how to dress like a 1950 woman or a 1960 woman, which is very, very remarkable. Many art directors I work with don't have such a work done for any commercial, and she probably never studied art like professionally in a university, and it's incredible the amount of work, the details, and the depth that all of this have. I really love this composition that you have in between reds and blues, and she also have a very deep imaginary about herself. Her Instagram is fantastic, it's a work of art. I choose these two, but I could have, I have an incredible library. When I work with all of them, it's every one of them, it's a mind, an infinite mind of creativity. And this is what I wanted to show, and I think is the main point of this work, to show what they actually can do, what they are their hopes, where the pop culture is going, and why. Hi, I'm Mattia Baldi. I'm an Italian photographer based here in Thailand, and I wanted to talk about my last exhibition here that you will see in this video. It's a recent project that I started 5 months ago after my latest book project, Casting a Book About Women, that was published in December 2020. So all 2021 got me involved in the publishing and distribution of my latest project. So this project came just after that and got me interested in showing this new kind of people that I met recently, because I was not going to actually shoot a project that soon after my latest one, but I was so really, I got like just a moment that I don't think is very common, and in my line of work, and where I found something that I say like, yeah, this one is what I actually want to do. This is really meaningful and deserve to be shown. So I put up together a bunch of people that could help me in this, and we made this LADYB project. One of these models came to my studio to accompany a friend, I think, I don't remember very clearly, and we shot few pictures, and we're all good. We're all very good for me. They were all very, very meaningful. And then I said, like, I can do much more than this. This is a very new way to see a topic that everyone believed to know something about, which is like gender problems, Thailand, lady boys, transgenders, that we always have a perception, especially in the West, that is something really dramatic, really about criminality, prostitution, human trafficking. So we all have in our mind like this kind of scenario when we speak about Thailand, but that's not what Thailand is all about, and it's definitely not what Thailand is going to be in the next few years. So when I found, just by coincidence, this model, which is Gas, which eventually became one of the producers that is helping me to gather these models together, I saw it and I said, like, this one, it's very special. First of all, I have an incredible imaginary world to show to everyone. So they usually show it by social media, but sometimes they are dancers or actors or music composers or music producers. So every one of them have an incredible deep knowledge of what they want to be. They have certain kind of hopes and have nothing to do with criminality or prostitution at all. So what I wanted to show is that you can be a transgender, you can be a lady boy in this case of Thailand, but it's completely a new set of rules, are very different kind of people, and are very new, are all very young, are 20, 25 years old maximum. I think the oldest that I did here, and there are many things that I don't even understand, and that's the thing that I like probably the most, and are not necessarily even my own way of representing this or that. I just wanted to see what they want. So I think it's very interesting for the viewers to see what I did and what they usually do about themselves. So if you picture, like, all of my work is all about castings and wannabes and people who want to enter a new reality, people who want to enter could be the media industry or the music industry or the fashion industry, and they have some tools that nature, you know, give it to them. And some people have lots of money, some other people have no money, some people are very creative and have no money, or vice versa. And that it's something that really interests me, and because all the possibilities that this creates, it's really fascinating. So usually someone that want to enter the fashion industry, for example, it goes with some comp cards, and which is also part of my previous work, this discussion, and show how the photographer, some photographers, saw them, and so he have to participate in this game of trying to be famous, okay, just with pictures that someone else did it. But in this moment, from now on, I think the models and the people who want to show this kind of reality will show gradually more things that they did by themselves instead of someone else's. So that's very fascinating, because this connected with lots of creativity that they have. So there are no models, they are just models. Now everybody is an influencer, which is a very fascinating way to see it. A model 20 or 30 years ago, let's say 40 years ago, was just a model. Just a model. Then you can see the model how you want as an art director. But today, that doesn't exist really anymore. So these are the new models. Are gender fluids, absolutely. They're not scared of anything about being judged or judging things even, which is really, really good in my opinion. And they're not just a face. They have lots of creativity to show and ways to change their appearances that change every day. So I think this is really important to understand, that this kind of professions in the future, and the media industry, influencers that maybe 10 years from now they will be called in another way, and blah blah blah, they will be more self-aware of who they are, and they need to be artists. They cannot be just a face. And I like to start this conversation with this future book, which would be called LADYB.